Okay, everybody. So what we have here today, guys, is a malware analysis lab. Okay. So what we have going on, guys, I'm going to spin up a VM, which is going to be a sandbox on VirtualBox. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to create a secure sandbox. So when you do malware analysis, you know that your network is secure. You know that there is no chance of you infecting your host operating system. I'm going to put you through the steps to make sure that the sandbox you create in your lab is good enough to not cause any problems with your host operating system. After that, we're going to install Ghidra, which is a malware analysis tool that a lot of reverse engineers and a lot of people in cybersecurity use to analyze malware. So we're just going to run through the creation of the sandbox, and then afterwards I'm going to import a piece of malware to my sandbox and show you guys a little bit of analysis in that. So just stay tuned and check out my video. Okay, everybody, we're going to start off up top here. Okay, we're going to open our VirtualBox. So let's go to that. I got my VirtualBox open. I'm going to walk you through the steps to create this sandbox here. Okay, I'm going to start completely from scratch. You see, I already have one here made, but I'm going to start completely from scratch so those of you watching can know how to set this up here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Machine and then go to New. All right, and I'm going to name this Windows 10 Sandbox 2 because I already made the first one. This is the second one that I'm going to make to go through with you guys. So it's a Microsoft Windows type version Windows 10. Next, we're going to give it 2 CPU cores, guys. Okay, with this type of sandbox, you want to make it look as realistic as possible to a real operating system. Okay, so let's give it 2 cores. All right, next. All right, we're going to give it at least 80 to 90 gigabytes of virtual hard disk. Okay, so it's right in here. You see it's default set to 50. I'm going to set mine at 90. Okay, then we're going to go to next. So we have that set up, the pre-configurations, finish. Okay, you see it right here, Windows 10. All right, Sandbox 2. Okay, what we're going to do with that, now we're going to click settings on that. Okay, we're going to go down here to storage. We're going to go down here to the empty disk. All right, on the optical drive, we're going to choose a disk file. Make sure you have a Windows 10 ISO. Okay, guys, that's what I'm going to be using in this. There we go, Windows 10. Okay, we have the ISO plugged in. This is also an important step, guys. I exported the malware from an online site, guys. When you export malware, guys, it's going to be a zip file. Make sure that it's a zip file because a zip file cannot be executed on your operating system. Okay, then you need to put it in a folder. Okay, I'm going to show you the folder that I have it in on my host operating system. So let me find it. It's this folder right here, malicious software. If we click on that, you will see I have 2 zip files in here which contains malware. What am I and 2D. Both of these are malware files. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back to our VirtualBox. Okay, go back to VirtualBox. All right, so you see where it says shared folder. We're going to click this plus sign right here. Okay, and we're going to click down on this arrow. We're going to select other. We're going to go to desktop. Okay, we're going to click malicious software because this is the location that I had the files in, the malware that I'm going to analyze. So I'm going to select this folder. I'm going to do auto mount. All right, and the mount point, you want to set that to H. Okay, we're going to click OK. So now that file, those files are now mounted to this Windows 10 sandbox right here. Okay, network, we're going to leave that all the same for right now. We're going to change some of that later. Click OK, and now we're going to click start. Okay, it's going to take a little time for this VM to spin up. All right, once it spins up, then I'll continue showing you how to configure your sandbox. Okay, once it comes up, let's get our VM going. Install now. When you get to this screen right here, guys, okay, click I do not have a product key. Okay, when you're doing this, guys, make sure you do a Windows 10 Pro version. Okay, do not do home version, because home version will not allow you to sign in with a user that does not have a Microsoft account. Windows 10 Pro will allow you to sign in using just a user on the host machine. So we're going to click next. Okay, set. Next. We're going to go down here to custom. Alright, select the drive. Next. Alright. So we'll come back when everything is ready. Hey guys, now that this Windows 10 is back up, we're going to continue. United States. Just like that. Alright everybody, once you get to this screen right here, okay guys, you're going to go to setup for personal use. We're going to go to offline account. Limited experience. Let's make up a name. Turn all this off. Windows takes a little while to come out, guys. Alright, not now. Guys, so once everything comes up, I'm going to show you how to make this full screen right here. So we're going to go down. Alright, we're going to go to devices. We're going to insert guest edition. Okay, then we're going to come right here. The files. This PC. Alright, this right here, we're going to run this. Alright, VirtualBox Windows additions. Let's add that. That way we'll be able to make this full screen. Go ahead and install that. Better reboot your whole machine after that. Log back in. Scroll back down here. View. Alright. View. Full screen mode. There we go. Alright. So we got it full screen. So we're going to change the display settings on this real quick. Alright guys, so let's start setting up our sandbox. So guys, the first thing you're going to do, alright, when trying to configure your sandbox, guys, there's a few programs that I need you to download. Okay, it's a few programs that you need to download to make your computer look as real as possible. So we're going to go to right here to Microsoft Edge. Okay, the first program you're going to want to download, guys, is a program called FakeNet. Okay, so first let's go get FakeNet. Right here. Alright, once you get to this FakeNet site right here, you're going to download this. Alright, boom. So we're going to right click this. Show in folder. We're going to move this FakeNet file right here to the desktop. After you download FakeNet, guys, then you are going to download a program called Ghidra. Once you get here, guys, you're on the Ghidra official website. You're going to go download from GitHub. Okay, once you're on the GitHub, the Ghidra official GitHub website, okay, we're going to go right here to Ghidra 10.2 public zip. I'm going to click on that. It's going to start downloading. Alright, once you do that, you're going to right click, show in folder, minimize that, on a little smoother now, and drag Ghidra to your desktop in a zip folder. Okay. Also guys, when you're making your sandbox, you want it to look as real as possible. I'm going to show you mine just temporarily so you can see what I'm talking about when I say that you want it to be as realistic as possible. So when we go over here to mine, guys, you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I have Firefox, I have Chrome, okay, already installed on the computer. I have the fake net, I have the Ghidra. Okay, I'm going to show you how to get the shared files into your sandbox next. Okay, so make sure you put a few programs up there to make it look as realistic as possible. Okay, because malware has a way of detecting whether it's in a sandbox environment or not, and the more realistic we can make our sandbox look, then the more realistic the malware would think it is, and it will help us when it's time to analyze it. So let's minimize mine and let's go back to the one that we are configuring. Now that you see that we have our sandbox with FakeNet and Ghidra already downloaded on it, okay, we're going to go right here, okay, to files, okay, and remember the shared files that we shared with the computer at the beginning when we spun up the VM. We're going to go right here. This is the malicious software folder, okay. So we're going to drag these two pieces of malware onto the desktop, okay, 2D and what am I? Both of those are malware files. Okay, so then we're going to right click, new folder. We're going to name this malware. Okay, then what we're going to do, we're going to drag both of them and put them inside this file. Whoop. There we go. So we got our Ghidra, we got our fake net, we got our malware folder that we imported from our host machine, okay, when we mounted it to begin with. So once you have everything set up, guys, first thing we're going to do is snapshot this. Okay, so you go down, we'll go to machine, take a snapshot. So we're going to name this Sandbox 2 before add-ons removed. Okay, I'm going to snapshot that, let that run through. So guys, we have to remove these additions from VirtualBox because malware has ways that it can mutate through the network if it knows that you are using some sort of sandbox to analyze it. So you want to make sure those additions are off. It won't act the way it's supposed to if it knows that it's in a sandboxed environment. So how we do that, guys, we come down here. Alright, we're going to take all these additions off. We're going to go to this PC. Alright, when it say VirtualBox guest additions, this is our mounted file right here. We're going to right click on that and we're going to eject. Okay, then we're going to come out here to local drive. Okay, we're going to go to program files. Then we come down here to Oracle. We're going to open that VirtualBox guest additions. We're going to go down here to uninstall and we're going to uninstall all these additions. Okay, once we uninstall all these additions, guys, your auto scaling mode, it won't come to full screen by itself, but it's ways around that, and I'm going to show you how to get around that. You see it's already went back down to a smaller box, but I'm going to show you how to bypass that. Alright, so now this machine has to restart after taking those additions off. Go ahead and say yes. Okay, so once this boots back up, guys, we're going to take another snapshot. Okay, and that'll be the snapshot without the add-ons, and that will be the one that we use for our malware analysis in our sandbox. Okay, so now it's back running. Okay, let's log back in. Alright, here's our sandbox, guys. Like I said, it won't be able to go to full screen now because we took those additions off, but a way around that, you go to view and then you hit scaled mode, switch. The way to get out of that, guys, you'll press Control C. Alright, that is how you get it out of scaled mode. We got our malware folders that we downloaded. I will attach the link to the malware website that I used to get the malware that I am analyzing in this video. To run Ghidra, guys, you need a program called JDK, which is a Java development kit. Okay, so what you're going to do, guys, you're going to download that JDK. I'm going to provide the link to it in the description of the video, as well as the link to where I got the files that I'm analyzing. Alright, guys, so to download the Java development kit, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to Google. Alright, we're going to type in Java. We're going to type in JDK download. Alright. We're going to click on the first link. Sorry, it's in Chinese because of my VPN. Alright. I already have it pre-installed, so we're going to go right here. Download, just run through the site and make sure you get the JDK downloaded.
The mine's right here. I'm going to open the file. Make sure we run this. Alright, install it.
Alright, you have successfully installed Java. So let's exit that. Okay. First, we're going to extract this whole Ghidra file. Extract it all to the desktop. Let's extract it. Let this finish. Okay, everybody, now that that's finished extracting it, we got everything set up, guys. Now we got to go through and turn off all of our firewalls and everything on our VM. So I'm going to go right here to Windows Defender Firewall. Okay. We're going to go to turn Windows Defender Firewall on and off. We're going to click off right here. We're going to click off right here. Okay. We're going to make sure all of that is off. Okay. Just going back and making sure every type of protection is turned off. Because the anti-malware features can stop the malware from being run. We'll go right here, virus and threat protection, manage settings, real time, turn that off, cloud delivery, yes, cloud delivery protection, turn that off, turn all this off. Okay, looks good. Press Control C. And let's go back to it. Now we're going to create another snapshot of this machine, because if you see, if we go right here back to this PC, the guest add-ons are no longer there. Okay, program files, you don't see Oracle anywhere. Okay, that's good. We don't want the malware to know that we're on a sandbox environment. So let's go ahead and snapshot this again with all the settings configured. We'll name this Sandbox 2 ready, and let it know it's ready to start analyzing malware. Alright, guys, so this is how you pretty much set it up. I'm going to switch back over to mine to let's show you the final few steps, and then we're going to throw some malware in Ghidra, and we're going to go from there. Guys, so once you save it and shut it down, guys, alright, you see that one is the one that I just made, but I'm going to go back to the one that I made. You're going to go right here. Alright, to the snapshot that you made, you're going to click on that and click settings. You're going to go down here to network, guys, and then click right here where it say network address translation. Come down and click you're going to click host only adapter, and then you're going to click OK. This will make sure that our VM doesn't have access to any internet. Okay, then we're going to start that. Okay. Now this is me starting back up my VM that I was already using for my malware analysis. First we're going to run this fake net right here. Okay. We're going to run fake net to trick the computer into thinking that it is on a real type computer. I'm sorry, you got to run fake net as administrator. Let's run fake net. Alright, it's going to start sending requests and start receiving them back from different common domains. Okay. As you can see here, alright, it's sending requests now, a whole bunch of requests. Alright, sending them to Google, sending them to Firefox, all this stuff here, Mozilla. Alright, all of these are common requests that it's sending to trick the malware into thinking that it is a live network. Okay, so what we're going to do right here, guys, we're going to exit that. Okay. So guys, this is when we start our malware analysis right here. So if you'll see, because we did host only, if I try to go to Google right here and try to go to a website, it's not going to let me navigate to another website because this VM does not have access to the internet. Google is going to come up when I try to go to Yahoo. It's going to give me an error. Alright, this site cannot be reached. That's because this VM is not connected to the internet, so it is safe to analyze malware in it. Okay, so another thing we're going to do, guys, the whole time I was running this, guys, okay, I had a VPN running. Okay, this is Proton VPN. VPN. It is a free VPN available online, a very good one. So you might want to have that on too. We just want to do everything we can, guys, to prevent this malware leaking into our host operating system. Okay. So one more last step we're going to do, guys. All right, we're going to come down here to our host operating system. Let's minimize that. Okay, let's minimize this. Okay, let's go down to our host operating system. We're going to make some changes. So you're going to come down on your host operating system. You're going to come down to network and sharing settings. It's located in the toolbar. Click over where you do your internet. Open network and internet settings. So that's this right here. Okay, guys. And then we're going to go to change adapter options. Right here where it says VirtualBox host only network. Alright, we're going to click on that. Alright, I'm sorry. We're just going to right click on it and we're going to click disable. Alright, that's just so our network has no connection to our host network at all from the VM. Alright, so we're going to minimize that. Alright, let's get our sandbox back up here. Okay, we're going to put it in scale mode, view, scale mode. Alright, switch. Alright, everybody, so starting off back here in my sandbox, we're going to go right here and go ahead and run Ghidra. Okay, let's go ahead and run Ghidra and get this malware inside of it. Alright, I'm going to go through some of the features. So we're going to go to Ghidra. I'm sorry, we got to go to the extracted file. Let me exit that. Go right here. Okay, when we run Ghidra, guys, I got to make sure we run it as an administrator. Sorry. Give it some time to come up. Ghidra. Here we go. Ghidra's coming up. So what you're going to do, guys, you're going to import the data. I already have it imported here, but I'm going to show you how to import the other one. So let's try to import it. You want to go to import file. I'm going to click that, select file to import. Okay, single file. Alright. Please select the language. I'm going to do default. Okay. Let that load. Alright, all the pre-configurations are shown right there. What type of file it is. All that good stuff. Alright, now it's there. So what you do once it's imported, we're going to do 2D here. This is what we're going to be analyzing. We're going to drag that to the dragon. Alright. And Ghidra is going to now calculate that to analyze it. Let's go ahead and wait. Alright, so right here saying 2D has not yet been analyzed. Would you like to analyze it now? We're going to say yes. Okay. And we're going to make sure we check these few boxes right here when we're analyzing this, guys. We're going to check PBD, MSDIA. And we're going to come out here and check Windows PE86. We're going to go ahead and click Analyze. Okay. Let's make that bigger. As you can see right here, guys, by the hourglass, that lets you know that it's importing all the data and it's reading everything and analyzing it so we can get the information that we need. One thing I like about this second to last box right here, it has inputs, exports, and functions. Okay, all the imports from the file, exports from the file, and the functions from the file. Okay. Before I go through all the features, I'm trying to let this go ahead and finish loading so we can get everything in that we're going to be working with. Okay. So right here in the middle, guys, this is our text view. Alright, this is our main view of all the code inside of the malicious file. Okay. So now it's done. Alright, we got a little error, but that's fine. Okay. So one thing I like about this, guys, that's one of my favorite features, guys, we go right here to search. Okay, and you search for strings. Okay. And then we come down here and click all blocks, then we click search. Alright. So when we're searching for strings, guys, these are the strings of characters that could potentially mean something for a compromise. So if we go down here, we see stuff like these DLL files. Alright, guys, DLL files can be used when a Windows operating system first starts up. It can manipulate the way your system is ran and things like that. Before it even starts up. So kernel, this right here is an indicator that we're looking at some malware right here. Alright, all these DLL files, okay, those are considered you know, possibly could be malicious files. Okay. Now I'm not a reverse engineer by any shot, but I am familiar with this software a little bit just by playing around with it. So we're going to check out a few more features on it. Okay. Search. So we're going right here, guys. We're going to go to search. I'm going to say 4 strings. I'm going to click all blocks. I'm going to click search. Again, this shows you all the strings. So I'm going down to this kernel right here. Okay. I'm going to click that. Alright. And as you see, after you click it, it'll show you where it's located at in the code. So another feature that I like, guys, about this is this Windows function right here. If we go to Windows, and then we click function graph. Okay. If you like graph views, alright, you can zoom in and zoom out of the data. Alright, if you used to looking at it in other platforms for graph views. Okay. We have your listing right here with your decompiler on the side right here. Like I said, guys, I'm not a reverse engineer, but I am familiar with a lot of this software. And yeah, so that's it. So we looked at our DLL files, okay, which could possibly be malicious. You've seen a little bit how Ghidra works, and that's pretty much it for this lab, guys. Hey, if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. Got a lot more stuff coming.